And are you even listening to me?
What?
Mr. President!
I told you to knock!
Every time I come around your city, baby.
Mr. President, we have some very important things to discuss today.
Very well. Please, take a seat.
So this plan that you've come up with here, there's some major flaws in it. Well, first we need to talk about the economic problems with the lower class. America's not working out. Are you even paying attention, Mr. President?
You remember your training?
Lord Reagan.
Yes.
Okay, Lord Reagan. How do you plan to pay for this plan?
I have a two-part plan. I call my low, high, high, low. So I have low taxes for high-income earners and high taxes for low-income earners. It's low, high, high, low. You can go like high-income earners get low taxes, high taxes for low-income earners, low-income earners get high taxes, low taxes for high-income earners. You can do it any way you want. There are at least 4 ways to say it. 4 ways. That is at least 2 times as many than one which there's 2 ways to say it.
Okay.
Dan, you can come out now. May the force be with you.
Thank you, Mr. President.
So, as you know, there's a plan from the Soviets to create intercontinental ballistic missiles. They might be able to reach Washington. How do you plan to solve this?
If they have a missile could reach us, we need something better. We had warheads. They built bigger. They build missiles. We build bigger. I propose we build a weapon the likes of which they've never seen. Something massive. They want to launch in the air, we will own the air. We put something the size of the moon, but it won't be a moon. It'll be a moon of lasers.
That sounds an awful lot like the Death Star from Star Wars.
Death? That sounds pretty morbid. I've never even seen those films. Technically speaking, how much would this intergalactic ballistic moon cost?
The research is saying about $7.8 trillion.
And how much can we get from cutting spending for domestic projects, welfare, food stamps, basic poor people stuff?
Well, if you go that route, about $1.3 trillion.
That's doable.
So, I've been to some of the labs, and we have a couple prototypes. I haven't really trusted anyone with the entire prototypes yet, but, so I'm going to show you these in parts. So this one, it's missing the middle part, but I think you know what it is.
Oh, this will do quite nicely.
And then there's this one.
What is this? A spacecraft for ants? It needs to be at least 3 times bigger.
All right. We'll get on that.
Very good.
And then there's this one, and I think you know what this is.
No. Oh God, the Reds will never know what hit them. They'll be thinking, oh, I'm just gonna communist over here, and America won't be able to do anything. And then, one day, they're just gonna turn around, and they'll be thinking, oh, I'm just gonna go red like usual, and then what do they see? They see America. BAM!
Okay, Mr. Gorbachev, sir. This is us then. And this is us now. And this is the Americans.
What? That's at least 4 times bigger.
I'm sorry, sir. I'll work on it. You sound like a dolphin.
What's a dolphin?
Lord Reagan, this is the USSR then.
Okay.
And this is USSR now.
Okay.
And this is us.
My God. This is at least 4 times bigger. Woo!
Yes!
Lauren, jelly beans.
Mr. President, I think this plan is coming along very well. But I have a question. What's with your obsession with big guns?
I don't really know. It's always been my way, even since I was just a baby. Little Ronnie, do you want to play with an elephant?
Or the little froggy. Ribbit, ribbit, ribbit. Ribbit.
I'm hungry. Jelly beans. Things have been a lot less efficient ever since we fired Lauren.
Yeah.
But we needed to after the unpleasantness. Shring! Lauren, you have to die.
No, Mr. President, I do not have to die.
This is the second time we've rehearsed this. It's Lord Reagan. I'm Lord Reagan.
No, Mr. Reagan, you are president.
No. This galaxy is in a state of civil war. Now, are you with the Empire or are you against it?
I really have no clue how to answer that, Mr. President.
You rebel scum! Get out!
Svinia! Bog!
So what do you guys want to do about this? Who's going to tell Gorbachev? Fine, I'll do it. It was nice knowing you guys. We have a problem. You see, the United States is perhaps developing a new kind of bionic warrior.
What is this?
You see, this is what we're dealing with, sir.
We have to stop this now.
Mr. Gorbachev, I'm glad you could meet with me. I thought that we could try and come to some sort of resolution to our nuclear conflict. In the past, you've shown that you do want to make things easy between us. You know, if you want to refresh your memory, take a look at this.
Treaty between the United States of America and the Union of Soviet Socialist Republics on the limitation of anti-ballistic missile systems. The United States of America and the Union of Soviet Socialist Republics, hereinafter referred to as the parties, proceeding from the premise that nuclear war would have devastating consequences for all mankind, considering that effective measures to limit anti-ballistic missile systems would be a substantial factor in curbing the race in strategic offensive arms and would lead to a decrease in the risk of outbreak of war involving nuclear weapons. I think I remember this now.
I bring to you an additional treaty that I hope will ease the tension between our two nations. Danny, paper. Thank you, Daniel.
Treaty between the United States of America and the Union of Soviet Socialist Republics on the elimination of their intermediate range and shorter range missiles. The United States of America and the Union of Soviet Socialist Republics, hereinafter referred to as the parties, conscious that nuclear war would have devastating consequences for all mankind, guided by the objective of strengthening strategic stability, convinced that the measures set forth in this treaty will help to reduce the risk of outbreak in war and strengthen international peace and security, and mindful of their obligations under Article 6 of the Treaty of the Non-Proliferation of Nuclear Weapons, have agreed as follows. In accordance with the provisions of this treaty, which includes the Memorandum of Understanding and Protocols, which form an integral part thereof, each party shall eliminate its intermediate range and shorter range missiles. Well, I think it's possible, but for the goodness of all mankind, I think we should do this.
I'd also like to bring up a new treaty. It's from the 1990s. So this will be interesting. I hope you enjoy it.
Treaty between the United States of America and the Union of Soviet Socialist Republics on the reduction and limitation of strategic offensive arms. I'll go straight to the point. Article 1. Each party shall reduce or limit its strategic offensive arms in accordance with the provisions of this treaty and shall carry out the other obligations set forth in this treaty and its annexes, protocols, and memorandum of understanding. So this basically says that we should limit our ICBMs and ICBM launches, SLRMs and SLBM launchers, heavy bombers, ICBM warheads, and SLBM warheads. I'm a bit confused, but I think this will work.
I'm glad we could come to this agreement. But, as with all treaties, this cannot be solved until the final agreement of arm wrestling.
What is he doing? No!
Wow, Mr. President, that was a really cool story. So, did you ever build that Death Star?
No. Those were silly dreams of a young man. I've moved on to better things for the world. more realistic dreams. Because I'm the president that America deserves, but not the one it needs right now. So you'll debate me, because I can take it. Because I'm not a dictator. I'm a silent guardian, the watchful protector, the dark Reagan.